Hi there guys, and welcome to Saturn Fighters, and today we're going to be looking at the Japanese Sega Saturn release of Marvel Superheroes from Capcom. And as usual we're going to be taking a look at the loading times and how the game plays, so yeah, stick with me and let's check it out. So again, this is one of my favourite fighting games on the Saturn, pretty much because it plays a bit differently to your usual fighting games, because with this you do have a bit of a play mechanic in it, and what that is you get these things called infinity gems, and what they do is basically enhance your powers during the gameplay. As you can see here, you get a nice little roster of characters. You've got 10 Marvel superheroes, or supervillains in fact as well, to choose from, so you can't go wrong with a bit of Spider-Man, a bit of Wolverine as well. I'm going to be choosing Captain America. So let's get into it and see how it plays. Now this game isn't one of the quickest loading games on the Saturn. I mean, the longest loading time you're looking at on here is about 18 seconds on this loading screen here. And the game does actually utilise the 3 megabyte RAM pack. Well, there's not a 3 megabyte RAM pack, excuse me, but it does utilise the RAM pack and utilise this 3 megabyte RAM mode, which allows more kind of character animations to run. So it looks a lot more arcade perfect, and it runs great, nice and smooth and quick. And as you can see, the character sprites are nice and big and chunky, and it's just colourful and beautiful, as you would expect from your normal Capcom release. It's just a fantastic looking game. The reason why I like Marvel Superheroes is because, because it's one of the earlier releases from Capcom that's before all this, crossover SNK Capcom versus Street Fighter releases that came out. So this is basically just Marvel, a bunch of Marvel superheroes, just like you got in the X-Men versus just like you got in the X-Men Children of the Atom game. It's just a bunch of X-Men. So this is kind of keeping them all separate, which I do like. So yeah, let's talk about these infinity gems in this game, and I'll tell you a bit about how they work. So what these are, you get 6 gems during gameplay. So these are gems that you pick up when the fight is happening, and you'll see them dotted around. They're these colourful gems that are on screen now. So there's an orange, a pink, I think there's a yellowish one, a green, a blue, and a purple one, and they all have different effects. There's one for time, one for power, one for reality, one called space, one called mind, and one called soul. And I'll tell you a bit about how they play. Let's get into the game first, and I'll pick up a few of them. Okay, so I got a first attack there, so I got to pick up a soul gem. And you can see them in the lower left corner of my screen. I've got, he's hit. So the Hulk's hit me, so he's stolen my soul gem. So I've got 2 left. And if I press my L and R button on my controller, I can switch between them. So L and R switches between soul, I've got space one, I've got a time gem. So you can see I've got 3 gems here. And now, what I want to do to activate it, I'll press a half circle back, and I'll do my strong punch and weak punch, and that activates each gem, so you can do a super power move. So let's go through them one by one. The power gem. The power gem basically allows your character to kind of increase their power. Obviously, the strength gives them more strength, and also what it does is, when you're fighting someone, you can make them dizzy or stun them. It increases that as well, so it makes them stunned a lot quicker. Super armor. So you can see this one here, that purple one I've activated. That's a space gem. That's the purple one, and what that does is basically allow your character to kind of increase your defense power. So it only works for like a short amount of time. It doesn't last very long, but it's just like gives you kind of like a short short increase in your defense power. And obviously, with each gem that you pick up, every character in the game uses them differently. So depending on which one you have, you can you get different kind of effects from them as well by using them. There's a gem called Reality, and that is the yellow or orange one. And what the Reality gem basically allows you to do is kind of gives you, how shall I say, you can kind of call forth the power of different kind of elements effectively, like electric, icicles, fire orbs and things like that. Okay, so you see I've got a green soul gem there. I'll activate that, and you can see it says life recover there. And what that does basically is increase your character's vitalities, again just for a short amount of time. So you'll get your character's life bar will heal a lot quicker as well. Alright, I've got a space gem again there, so let's do the armour. You can see I've got super armour there now, so my defence has increased. Oh, nearly got it. Go on. There we go. Put the shield down and give her a punch if all else fails. Okay, so there's two more gems. There's a time gem. The time gem basically increases your character's speed, so you can move a lot faster and quicker around the screen. And the last gem, the mind gem, which is the blue one, that gives your character kind of like you've got a super meter bar, a super meter bar. That's a really bad term. But your power bar, basically, it increases that for a short amount of time as well. So you can do a lot more super moves with that powered up. So that's basically what the 6 Infinity Gems do. And again, they appear during each round and each match, and you can pick them up whenever you if the character you're fighting, if your opponent's got them, you can hit them and they can drop them and you can pick them up. So it's a battle of getting the best power Infinity Gems as well during the fight. Okay, so yeah, Spider-Man's got one there now. So that's pretty much it with Marvel superheroes, guys. That's pretty much how it works technically. Apart from being a straight-up fighting game. I'm going to get beaten. Oh dear. Apart from being a straight-up fighting game, it's got a bit of a play mechanic, which does make it a bit more interesting than your standard fighters. So definitely, if you've got a Saturn, it's definitely one game to pick up, to give it a go, because it is different, but it's got those classic Marvel superhero characters. So if you're a beginner or if you're an expert, there's something there for everyone to play with. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you learned a little bit about how the game plays if you didn't know already. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So stay tuned for more Saturn Fighters coming up. I'll be back for more as soon as I can. Bye for now.